Good evening. I call the City Council regular meeting of February 4th, 2025 to order. Could you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Councilor Walker.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just may stand for a minute for a moment of silence for those tragic airplane accidents that happened last week. Thank you. You may be seated. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Counselor Credo.
Present.
Counselor DeJavois.
Present.
Counselor Horn.
Here.
Counselor Fitzpatrick.
Present.
Counselor Fontenot.
Present.
Counselor Herman.
Present.
Counselor Carolean.
Present.
Counselor Richardson.
Present.
Counselor Sullivan.
Present.
Counselor Turner.
Present.
Counselor Walker.
Present.
Deputy Mayor Hammond.
Present.
Mayor Callahan.
Present, we have a quorum. 5.1, regular city council meeting, approval of the minutes.
So move. Second.
Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes carry. Communications from the city manager.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good evening. I have quite a few items to report out on this evening to catch you up on. Now that we've had a few winter storms this season, we're still seeing a surprising need for towing during winter parking bans. For example, last Friday night into Saturday, 21 vehicles were towed, and Sunday night into Monday, 26 vehicles were towed. Since we have more winter weather coming in this week, I wanted to take a moment to remind folks to look to the city's website and the Rochester Post for winter parking ban announcements. More information on winter parking and a map for affected areas can be found at rochesternh.gov/parking. The CIP committee had their meeting this past Saturday, where departments presented their proposed capital improvements projects. The meeting and process went very well, and I'd like to thank everyone who participated here on Saturday. Speaking of CIP, last week's freeze on federal financial assistance is now subject to a temporary restraining order, which will be in effect until further order of the U.S. District Court for the District of Rhode Island. Though access to these grant and loan funds has been restored, we continue to investigate and evaluate the city's risks regarding federal funding as a preventative measure. Our finance department worked diligently to calculate the city's federal grants exposure, which is just under $10 million. The majority of this exposure is from grant funding that we receive for CIP projects from the state of New Hampshire, which are federally sourced. And many of our grants are processed as reimbursements. Over $1 million of these federal grant funds are for projects in a subrecipient agreement with another agency and are not a direct city project, but rather a pass-through, so to speak, to those organizations. $254,000 of our risk includes CDBG funds and the types of grants that go to, for example, our police department through JAG, et cetera. $7.2 million are for general fund CIP projects such as Route 11 widening and the Old Dover-Tibbetts Road intersection improvements projects. $1.4 million are for sewer fund capital projects, and $942,000 are for water fund capital projects. Less than $100,000 was comprised of other grant types such as VOCA and the HUD officer grant. This analysis does not include school accounts, but we have been communicating closely with the school department, and they received confirmation that Title I, IDEA, and other formula grants would not be impacted, so their risk is relatively manageable. While $10 million of federal funding is a material exposure, especially for our debt service and capital projects, the city is well positioned in terms of our risk for our operating needs and expenditures, and we will continue to monitor. I'll move on to my last item unless there are any questions about this. Okay, we'll continue to keep you posted and evaluate. I should say move on to two more items. Next, I have that the Stratford Regional Planning Commission has recently announced the start of Forward Thinking, a comprehensive plan for the Stratford region, which is a project to update the region's comprehensive plan. A comprehensive or master plan reflects the values, priorities, needs, and aspirations of the residents, businesses, and communities in the region, and ensures their voices and perspectives act as a foundation to the plan. Topics covered in this comprehensive plan update include land use and environment, housing, transportation, and economic development. Engagement, feedback, and input gathering are key to ensuring the plan reflects the needs and the priorities of our region. The first component of their outreach is via a region-wide survey to gather input from residents, businesses, municipal leaders, service providers, and other stakeholders. The survey is being hosted on SurveyMonkey and will be open until March 28th. To participate, a link can be found at strafford.org and by clicking on Forward Thinking. And the last item I have tonight, but certainly not least, is that the City of Rochester is pleased to announce that closed captioning is now available for GovTV across all platforms. This includes cable and streaming services. Closed captioning provides text on the screen to transcribe audio in real time, making content more accessible to viewers. Viewers can easily toggle this feature on and off as needed. GovTV continues to connect residents to vital information through live broadcasts, replays, and on-demand content. The channel offers a wide range of programming, including public meetings, department updates, public service announcements, and a community bulletin board. GovTV is available on BreezeLine Channel 26, Comcast Channel 22, and streaming devices such as Apple, Fire, and Roku by searching Rochester NH. Viewers can also access live streams, an on-demand library, archived meetings, and city-related content on the city's website. For more information about GovTV, you can visit www.rochesternh.gov/GovTV. Thank you.
Thank you. Just a few things on the mayor's report. Shout out to Public Works Department that tie into the what the city manager said. You guys have done a fantastic job on plowing the streets and sidewalks and parking lots. I've got just a tremendous amount of positive phone calls. So nice work out of your team, Mr. North. That's great. And a shout out to the police department. I know they've been working with other law enforcement agencies and have taken off some dangerous criminals off the street in the last couple of weeks. So good work by the police department. Okay, presentations, petitions, council correspondence. This is not nominations. Resignation from Josephine Fiduciaro for planning board.
I'd like to make a motion that the city clerk send a letter of regret and accept her resignation.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Resignation of Briley Collins, ZBA.
I make a motion that we accept the resignation with regret. The city clerk send a letter.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Appointment, Michael Scala, Director of Economic Development, Parking Commission, ex officio officer.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes carry. Appointment of Andrew Swanberry, Deputy Chief of Police, to the Parking Commission, again, ex officio member.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes carry. 9.5, appointment of Seth Crichton, who's Director of Planning and Development, to the Parking Commission, and again, is an ex officio member.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes carry. Reports to committees, Appointments Committee, Counselor Walker.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. We had a busy night last week. We'll take the three new appointments for the Parking Commission altogether.
Just for the record, 10.1, 10.1, 10.1.2, 10.1.3.
Yep. We have new appointment unanimously approved to recommend to council, Valerie Dunn, Parking Commission, seat D, term to expire 1/2/28.
We take all three of them together?
You have another new appointment, Tyler Stebbins, Parking Commission, seat A, term to expire 1/2/28, and Ralph DiBernaro, Parking Commission, seat E, term to expire 1/2/27.
I agree with those appointments. Do we need a second?
Second.
Okay. Just brief discussion. At least two of those folks are downtown business.
Yes.
One is correct.
Two of those people are downtown business owner, Valerie and Ralph DiBernardo.
Thank you very much. Okay, the motion on the floor is.
I make a motion that all nominations cease and that city clerk cast one ballot for Valerie Dunn, Tyler Stebbins, and Ralph DiBernardo.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes carry. Thank you.
Next, we have Kevin Wiley,
We unanimously recommend Kevin Wiley to be the Planning Board alternate member, seat M, term to expire 1/2/26.
Second.
Discussion? I agree with that appointment. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes carry.
Next, we have an elevation to a regular member for Brent Vino, Historic District Commission, seat B, term to expire 1/2/26.
Second.
I agree with that appointment. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes carry.
We have another elevation to the Historic District, and that's Candy Bailey, regular member, seat F, term to expire 1/2/27.
Second.
I agree with that appointment. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes carry.
Next, we have a reappointment of Matthew Winders, Zoning Board of Adjustment, regular member, seat B, term to expire 1/2/28.
Second.
And I agree with that appointment. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes carry.
Another reappointment of Jonathan Shapley, Rochester Economic Development Commission, regular member, seat E, term to expire 1/2/28.
Second.
I agree with that appointment. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes carry.
Another reappointment, Brett Johnson, trustees of the Trust Fund, regular member, seat B, term to expire 1/2/28.
Second.
I agree with that appointment. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes carry.
We now have an elevation to a regular member of this planning board, Zebediah McGill, seat G, term to expire 1/2/26.
Second.
I agree with that appointment. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes carry. Community Development, nothing to vote on there. Finance Committee, nothing to vote on there. Planning Board, nothing. Public Works, Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Your Honor. 10.4.1, committee recommendation for a resolution to support the legislative requirements for labeling wipes. These are the wipes that are labeled flushable, but they raise havoc with our sewer systems.
It's costing us some money, isn't it, by folks
Yeah.
putting them in the
Yes.
sewer system? Is there anything you want to add to that, Mr. North, before we approve this? Director?
We had an extensive discussion at Public Works on this. I would just say I can't overstate the situation. And it's not only finances, but it's a public health and safety issue for our employees who have to go in after these,
Okay.
these items. And it's become a very, very big issue in the city.
So I know you've rolled something out with Matt Wyatt, our Community Engagement Officer, and you've done some press releases. You have a video
Yes.
you're working on. Is there anything, what's the resolution? Is it going to go to residents?
Well,
or-
the minutes reflect that it was my recommendation that the mayor submit a letter of support to our senators, U.S. Senators' offices, for this bill.
Well, we'll do
Senate
that.
bill.
All right. Any more discussion? Is there a motion? Was there a motion off your?
Yes.
Seconded? Okay. No more discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes carry.
10.4.2, committee recommends to accept Hayes Hill Road. I believe this has to go to a public hearing.
Yeah, public hearing.
And then
Put that-
10.4.3, committee recommendation to amend fiscal year 2025 payment program
Okay, gotcha.
by adding Sampson Road and Haven Hill Road to the paving list.
Make that motion?
That's a motion.
Second.
Discussion? Director Norris, can you just speak a minute about why those two were chosen by the committee? And why you recommended those two roads?
Those roads are in very, very poor condition. Haven Hill is a cross road, as everyone knows, sees a lot of traffic. And Sampson Road, we couldn't address all of it. This is picking up another third where we left off a couple years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago. These weren't prioritized by our PCEI program because they're not good roads. But they're at the point of disrepair that we have to go in and do something about them, or they're just going to continue to degrade to the point where they're not traversable.
Okay. Any questions for the director? All right, any more discussion? Thank you, Director Norris. Hearing no more discussion, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes carry. Unfinished business. Resolution for supplemental appropriation and authorizing borrowing authority pursuant to RSA 33:9 to the Department of Public Works Capital Improvement Plan CIP Fund for Scepter's Receiving Facility Upgrade Project any amount not to exceed $150,000. Its second reading, consideration for adoption.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes carry. 11.2, resolution authorize supplemental appropriation to the City of Rochester Water Treatment Plant Capital Improvement Project funding for the hydraulic upgrades in the amount of $4,478,200. Second reading, consideration for adoption.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes carry. 11.3, proposed acceptance of Ida Circle and Bovee Lane, known as Meadow Court subdivision, as city-owned legislative Class 5 roadway. Second reading, consideration for adoption.
Motion to adopt.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes carry. Amendment to Chapter 275-23-2 of the General Ordinance of the City of Rochester relative to chickens, refer to the planning board. So we need to vote on that. Move over to the consent and nothing. New business, 13.1. This has to go to public hearing. Pilot agreement with GNM 1760 Shaw Drive. This has got to go to a public hearing, so we'll schedule that in 2 weeks for public hearing. Yes.
Just a question on that, is it requiring a public hearing because someone petitioned for there to be a public hearing, or is it
No,
required?
it's by law.
Okay.
And it's also in the recital
Okay, all
contract that needs to be a public hearing. It's just a Scribner's error here.
right, thank you.
All right. Non-public non-public meeting, RSA 91A3, Section 2D. And also consultation with legal counsel, 91A2, as in B. Need a motion? And we vote on
So
it?
moved.
Second.
We got to do roll call vote.
Counselor DeJavois.
Yes.
Counselor Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
Counselor Sullivan.
Yes.
Counselor Horn.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Herman.
Yes.
Counselor Fontenot.
Yes.
Counselor Turner.
Yes.
Counselor Credo.
Yes.
Counselor Richardson.
Yes.
Counselor Hammond.
Yes.
Counselor Carolian.
Yes.
Mayor Callahan.
Yes, motion carries. We'll be coming back out, Logan. I call our February meeting back to order. Mr. Walker.
Make a motion that we come out of non-public session and seal the minutes indefinitely because disclosure of would render the agreement moot.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Counselor Carolian.
Yes.
Counselor Hammond.
Yes.
Counselor Turner.
Yes.
Counselor Fontenot.
Yes.
Counselor Sullivan.
Yes.
Counselor Horn.
Yes.
Counselor DeJavois.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Herman.
Yes.
Counselor Credo.
Yes.
Counselor Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
Counselor Richardson.
Yes.
Mayor Callahan.
Yes. Motion carries. So without any objection, I adjourn the meeting.